Okay, everyone. I'm gonna try to get through this information as quickly as I can. This video is going to be a tutorial on how to master all four of the styles in Absolver. There is a trophy for this, and that's why it came to my attention. In all honesty, if you're not going for trophies, you can just make four different characters or three, and then just use stagger style on one of them. This will be a problem if you don't have an PS Plus or you don't have internet connection and you can't play online with other people. Some styles are going to be easier to learn than others. Cult, in my opinion, is the most difficult. If you start off with the cult style, which is the style that you can block and absorb attacks with, this honestly is going to be a lot easier for you. Cult is just a pain in the ass to learn, and I'll explain later on why. So first off, again, you need to have internet connection. The easiest way, in my opinion, to do this is to just play the game online. Either sit in an area for a long time and let players pass through, or do combat trials. And once you have, once you've been playing for a little while, I'd say 30 minutes to an hour, and you've met 20 or 30 people probably, sit at an altar, go into your social tab, and look through your list of most recent players. In this list, you're going to be able to see if the player has a school, and you're able to hover over them and see what style the school is what the school is assigned to. You need to be aware of what you're joining. Obviously, if you already have stagger style done, you don't need to join a school with stagger style. It's already done. You only need to do it once. So for example, I started off with Forsworn. So I would need to find a school for Windfall, Cult, and Stagger Style. Simple enough, right? Worst comes to worst, and you can't find any players, and you're frustrated, and you don't want to keep playing online. You can just type into Google or whatever platform you're on. In my case, it'd be PSN. If you're on the Xbox, you need to type in Xbox. If you're on PC, you need to type in PC. And you just type in any schools I can join. The subreddit, I've had a lot of ease with this. In the off chance that you're on PSN and you want to learn the styles, I started with Forsworn, so I don't have a Forsworn school for you to use. This is the guy I used for Cult. This is the guy that I used for Windfall. Both of these guys respectively, super nice. I asked them if I could join their school. They added me to their friends list. I joined their school. After about an hour or so, I left the school because I was already done mastering the style. All right. So once you're in your respective school, and again, if you are confused at this point, I should probably explain what a school is. A school is just somebody that got together and wanted to share their combat deck and wanted to create sort of like a guild or a clan almost. And you join the school and you can learn all the moves in the whatever card that they have assigned, along with the fighting style. It basically gives you access to use the fighting style. And if you're confused at this point, I should probably explain what the fighting styles are. It's going to be Windfall, Cult, Forsworn, and Stagger. And I've explained them in different videos. I would hope at this point that you'd understand what the fighting styles are. If you don't, basically each style has their own class mechanic. The Forsworn can parry, the Cult can absorb and block attacks, the Windfall dodges and avoids them, and the Stagger style kind of moves around and does a weird stagger attack. So you need to know what your style is. So you need to know what your style is, and you need to know which ones you need to learn. Alright, so now that you're in your respective school, and you know what style you need to learn, and you've asked somebody online, or you just joined a random player's school that they made, for those of you who are wondering how you make a school, you need to be combat trial level 40, and once you do that, you just need to go talk to the statue guy in the Eurasian Quarter. So once you're in a school, you're going to have access to a new fighting style. you'll have to go into your meditation screen, you'll have to go over to your fighting style menu, and you're going to have to interact with it, and you're going to have to select the new fighting style. I haven't mentioned stagger yet. Some people will probably have a stagger school. This is probably the most common school to find online. If you still don't know, and you're still having issues finding it, I have a video on how to join the stagger style school. It's a dude named Rakio. He's in the Rosland Coliseum. You have to beat Jinmeska, who is a dude that will spawn after you hit level 30. He's basically the only NPC in the game that will offer you a fighting style. I don't know why this is. I don't know why Slowclap, the developers of the game, did not make 3 other NPCs for each respective style. I don't know why they made you almost have to have an internet connection to, get all the trophies in this game. I'm not going to complain about it. Whatever. Slowclap, please add 3 more NPCs for each respective style. In any case, whether you're doing Stagger, whether you're doing Windfall, whether you're doing Cult, or whether you're doing Forsworn, you basically just need to go around and you need to use the class ability. It's just like learning a new attack move, except it just takes about 10 times longer. Whereas with a regular attack move, you'd only need to be hit with it 10, 20 times maybe. This is going to take you 200 or 300 times of successfully using your class move against an opponent and being able to successfully use it, basically. You also need to kill your opponent. You can't just sit there for an hour and a half using Windfall, dodging an opponent, and then you can't die. If you do that, you'll lose all your experience. And you'll know this based on the blue bar. You'll see when you're learning a new style, an icon will show up respective to the style, just like learning a move. Honestly, for me, this is why I said earlier that Cult is very hard to learn, and that's because Cult actually takes the damage, and they have to absorb it, and they have to hit the opponent back to get their health back. Their health basically turns white, and they can attack the opponent a couple of times to get the white health that they lost when they absorbed the attack back. This is why you can't farm the same opponent over and over again, at least not an AI opponent. You could theoretically farm a human opponent if they were like your friend or something, or you explain what was going on, and you were sitting there dueling them for, I don't know, hour probably it would take you to do this. And you were sitting there blocking the attack, hitting them once and letting them heal with their heal ability. I don't know, there's a couple of ways around it, but Cult is just a pain in the ass to do because you have to take the damage to level up the class ability. And I started on Forsworn, and Cult is going to be a pain in the ass for me. So anybody who is a Cult player, this is the only advantage you have over the other players, because Cult style just is terrible in general. But this is the advantage you have, and that's because you have to take the damage, and you're not going to be able to farm a single opponent forever. So in the video, probably in the background, you'll notice that I'm training Windfall, and Windfall is really easy to do, because in Windfall, you just need to sit against the same opponent, learn their moveset, and just dodge them accordingly. I did it in about 45 minutes. I could have done it faster if I wasn't online, and I wasn't constantly having the play. I would basically go up to an AI. I would, if they were in a group, I would kill everybody except for one. I would lower them down to like 10% of their HP to a sliver of their health. So that way, if I messed up badly enough that I could end them in one punch. And in that case, I never had to. But if I had to, I could have killed them in one punch. So I would basically lower their health down, and I would sit there for a good while just dodging their attacks, learning their moveset. Just getting Windfall XP. And every so often, a dude would run, you'd see the game would lag out, and a bunch of players would join the instance in the area that I was in, and they would, some of them would come up and they would kill my target. And this is kind of a problem. But for the most part, I mean, it only took me under an hour. It's gonna be harder to do other styles, mainly because stagger style you have to hit your opponent, so you're not going to be able to infinitely farm them. But Windfall and Forsworn are probably the easiest to do. So just as a heads up for anybody who needed to know this. So as far as everything else is concerned, you just need to get enough XP, that way the blue bar stops leveling up, and then you need to kill your opponent, and it'll say fighting style learned. And you'll have that permanently in your fighting style directory. You can turn that on at any time. So I think that's pretty much it. You can leave schools after you're done, so you can drop your Windfall or your Forsworn or your Cult style school with ease. Um, Again, if you can't find a Stagger style school online, I don't know why you'd have an issue with it, but you can go talk to Rockio in the Razlan Coliseum. So I think that pretty much covers all of the information that I needed to convey. If you have any questions in the comments, please let me know.